Okay, so in the last video we learned how to install cargo and then create a project and run it on our local machine using cargo run. And in this video we're going to continue from where we left off. So let's go back to our folder, and you can see over here we have cmd and code dot. You can see it's opened up, and we have this source folder which has the main.rs. This is the target folder, and inside the debug folder you'll have the executable. And this is the thing that was running before. But now let's move on to the next step and basically explore a little bit more. If you basically say cargo run, it runs the hello world program, right? Let's go back to the browser and explore what this is. Programming a guessing game. So let's jump into Rust by working through a hands-on project together. This chapter introduces you to a few common Rust concepts by showing you how to use them in a real program. You'll learn about let, match, methods, associated functions, external creates, and more. In the following chapters, we'll explore these ideas in more detail. In this chapter, you'll just practice the fundamentals. So what we're doing is we're setting up a new project. It's going to be called a guessing game. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go here in the Rust. You see this? And this is hello world. So I'm just going to go back one space. So cd dot dot. And then over here inside the Rust folder, we're going to create a new folder. So let's just follow the instructions like this, and what we're going to do is we're going to go and say cargo. So we're going to say cargo, and then we're going to say new, and then we have guessing like this underscore game. Okay, if I do this, it create binary application guessing game package. Okay, now inside we have to do cd. So if you go cd and then you go guessing game, and you'll see that it has its own properties. So let's go back here because this is no more relevant. We'll go code and dot here, and you can see that basically it has a source folder, and in this cargo.toml you have guessing game as a name, and all the rest is the similar things. Okay, if you go here now, you have this print function, and it says hello world, and then if you do if you do cargo run, it compiles that hello world program, right? So compiled, finished, running, and it created the executable and ran it. But what we want to do is processing a game. So what we're going to do, the first part of the processing a game. So the first part of the guessing game program will ask for user input, process that input, and check that the input is in the expected form. To start, we'll allow the player to input a guess. Enter the code in listing into the basically what you have to do is you enter this piece of code, but I'm going to explain it to you as well. So we go to this target, and we go to the source folder, and in the main.rs, you see this file. We go a little maximize this, and we go here, and we basically put it on the side, and we put in this use standard. This is going to allow us to get user input. So it's use standard : IO semicolon. Okay. After that, we have it's complaining that there's some kind of issues, but we're just going to ignore it for now. So over here in function main, and we have this print ln. Over here, what we're going to do is we're just going to say guess the number or something like that. So we're going to have guess the number and have an exclamation mark here, and we also have another print function, and we'll have print ln semicolon exclamation mark. Please input your guess. Okay. After that, we have another one, which is, let me just make this a little smaller. Okay, now it's easy. So basically guesses everything. So let mut. So guess is equal. So this is a mut mut and guess. I didn't basically write that. So it just populated this. As essentially, it's a string new. So it's getting a new string. Okay. And once it gets the string, you do IO. stdin, and you could have dot read line guess, and then fail to read line. Okay, so this is the code, and then we have print ln you guess this. Okay, so this is basically code that runs and gets a guess from the number and prints it. Okay, so this is use standard IO. By default, Rust has a set of items defined in the standard library that it brings into the scope of every program. This set is called the prelude, and you can use everything in it in the standard library documentation. And then it's just explaining line by line what's happening here. storing values into variables. Basically, we'll create a variable to store the user input like this. So basically, got the user input and put in a variable called guess. Okay. Now you could just do like let apples is equal to 5. This is a number now. And now over here you could just do the similar immutable and mutable. So if you do if you put mut inside, it means it's mutable. Mutable means it's changeable. Okay. And if you don't, it's immutable. It's unchangeable. This is a property of Rust. When you put mut, means it's mutable, means it's changeable. You could change the name of the string later on in the program as well. But if you just do it like this, it's a constant. It's not like it's immutable like this. Like if you don't put mut, then it's a constant. Okay, so right after that, you can see the syntax. This is a comment, receiving user input, and then we have IO standard in dot read line, and then we got the input. Basically, what we wanted to do here is we got the input, then we wanted to display in the console screen, right? So what we do is we have IO standard in, and then we do dot read line, and we get this mutable thing. So we ampersand, and we say guess. Put that guess, and then dot expect failed to read line. If there's an error, then it would trigger that. Okay, handling potential failure with the result. We could have written the code as like this, but you could have just had it all in one line. It's saying. But you just had it like that. But however, one long line is difficult to read, so it's best to divide it, and that's what we did. Now cargo run compile and see what's happening here. If you don't call expect, the program will compile, but you'll get a warning. Okay, so it's good. I mean, we have all of it expect as well, so we're just gonna run it as well. So let's just scroll down a little, and we have printing the value. So we have printing the value, and it should result it. So basically you put in these round brackets. So you see this? So you could either do you guessed and then the guess, or you could just put the guess variable here and then put it inside. So it's just going to populate the guess there, what the user input was giving. So generating a secret number is now the next step. But right now we're just okay over here. So let's just run this quickly. CMD, guessing game. And what we're going to say is cargo run. And cargo run, and it's gonna it has this problem. It says unused import, and then we have on user input. Okay, because I didn't save it, unfortunately. Okay, it's run. Okay, now it compiled it and it says enter your guess. I'll put 100, and then you guessed 100. So far it's good. I mean, it's working like as expected. Let's go back here, and you said you print. And you normally could do like this as well. I don't know what this is. Oh, okay. So it just tells you like where it's located, but you could actually put it like that as well. So you could just generally put this line. It's just gonna do the same thing, and you could run it again by just typing, typing cargo run, and it's just gonna now say 2 times instead. So 100, and you guessed 100, 100. Okay, and observe one thing, that it gives you a new line as well. The print line thing. Okay, so that's good. Now we have x is equal to 5 and y is equal to 10, and then we're basically printing them out as it is like that as well. So basically this is great, but this is y plus 2. This means whatever y is 10, it's going to give 12 then. Okay, testing the first part. You can see that you guessed 6, and it works. Generating a secret number using a crate to get more functionality. So rand. So we have file name, we have rand, this thing we have to run. So cargo's coordination of external crates is where cargo really shines. Cargo's coordination of external crates is where cargo really shines. Before we can write code that uses rand, we need to modify the cargo.toml file to include the rand crate as a dependency. Open the file now and add the following line to the bottom beneath the dependencies section header that cargo created for you. Okay, so basically go to the toml file. Remember this, this one. And over here, remember the dependencies. Just add in this rand dependency. All you got to do is that. It's kind of like reminding me of package.json for Node. So over here, you put in the rand, and that's it. It's all ready for you. Now, when you go is you could type cargo build. It would build it, and it would run successfully. But we want to use the functionality, right? Reproducible builds with the cargo.log file, and then creating crate to a new version. Okay. Cargo update. Okay, so this is just updating the crate as well. So let's just go back here, and we say cargo build, build. Okay, yeah, so it's successful. Nothing. Generating a random number. So generally, this is the part where we could add a random number. So we go on the top over here, and we could say use, and we say it's random, R-A-N-D, colon, RNG, okay? Okay, and then what we want to do is we want to have the print, and we have the secret number. So this is the line where it's basically creating a random number from 1 to 100, okay? So this is the line. So it's just going to generate a random number. I mean, I've done this so many times before. Did I just go all the way on the top? Scroll down a little bit. Okay, come on, a little over here. Yeah. So basically, this is the line. I created a very early in my channel. I created a video where I created a video of a generator. With that, well, that was with C++. Now this is secret number, right? The secret number is this. You could basically print out the secret number as well. So just say, you're revealing the secret number, to be honest. So, okay, and enter your guess. Okay, and it's just testing it, comparing to the guess to the secret number. We're gonna do this later on, but right now, let's just see the secret number being populated here. So what we're gonna do is cargo build. Or you could just say cargo run now. So it's going to build and compile, and it says over here the secret number is 84 this time. So what we do is 12, and it's just going to say 12 two times, but 42, okay. Okay, so it's 42 now, but it's 39. So it's basically changing. The seed is different each time I run the program. This is great. I mean, so far the application looks amazing, and you know, we're getting really good progress out of it. And now what we do is comparing the guess to the secret number. So basically, we could have these conditionals where you use a match.guess compare with the secret number. So basically, this is how you compare. You pay match, and then you put guess, which was the guess variable, and then .cmp, which is the compare, and then you put the variable what you want to compare with, and it says secret number. So if it's the ordering, if it's less, you'll say too small. If it's greater, you say too big, right? You have to check the guess number. So if the guess is secret number, yeah. So basically, and then you win. So these are the conditions, just like if conditions, and then you just put in, and it would work. So this is almost done. I mean, this program is done. I believe you could actually just copy this and understand it, but hopefully you understood a lot about how cargo works with this. And I'm gonna pin the entire completed version of this guessing game in the comments, and hopefully you will see another thing tomorrow.